Hello and welcome to the Gatewatch Cast. I am your host Norman Sanzo, and we got a special for you this week. We are going to unbox the Magic the Gathering Commander Collection Green. Inside this box are going to be some of the most awesome and staple Commander cards for, well, the color green, obviously. So, as you can see here, the box is, well, wrapped neatly, and, well, I would say that it came in new, but I have a feeling that somehow this box came in unsealed. Why do I say that? Well, because there's this sticker here that says that it was distributed by Hasbro Malaysia. So, that's besides the point. I got it sealed, so let's open it and see what's inside. Obviously, there's going to be some of the most awesome and staple cards in Commander for green. One of the few things that I saw and is printed in the box is Sylvan Library, and that is a really good card. Like, that is one of those staple green cards that all green players want. So the package comes like this, and it comes in a nice sleeve. Wow. By the way, this is my first time unboxing it, so I got no idea what we're going to expect. So this follows the motto of Commander. Sorry, not Commander. From the vault. Sorry, not even from the vault. The spell books. This follows the spell book Jace, Gideon, and also Chandra. So it opens this way. Oh, that's cool. In all honesty, this is not same as spellbook or even from the vault. This is something special. So I'm guessing we lift this part up, and we agree to a box. That's cool. So let's put that aside, and then let's see what's here. So I'm guessing you need to pull this one out. Okay, let's do so carefully, and yay, we got nice, really nice 8 cards here. So, gonna spread them out for you guys to take a look-see. Okay, so some of the cards here are pretty neat, and some of the cards here are really needed reprints. So, we are introduced to Freylace, Luenar's Fury. It's a 3 and 2 green legendary planeswalker Freylace with 3 loyalty counters on it. And this is the Commander to the 2014 Commander Precon. It was also reprinted in the Commander Anthology. So we got an alternate art for it. That's also cool. And yeah, this is one of those cards where, yeah, it kind of needed a reprint. Not 100% sure, but it's really nice to have another one. Next up, we got Omnath, Locus of Mana. I wonder if you guys can see this. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So it is a 2 and green. Wow. Legendary creature elemental. And it says, you don't lose unspent green mana as step and phases end. Omnath, Locus of Mana gets +1/+1 for each unspent green mana. Oh, wow. That is interesting. Oh, original Omnath is pretty interesting. Bane of Progress. If I'm not mistaken, this card was a 2013 Commander Precon card, and it was never reprinted. Or was it printed in one of the anthologies? But anywho, Bane of Progress is a 4 and 2 green creature elemental for 2/2. And says, when Bane of Progress enters the battlefield, destroy all artifact and enchantment. Put a +1/+1 counter on Bane of Progress for each permanent destroyed this way. Wow, this is interesting. You know what? This card is pretty awesome. It is a 6 cost enchantment and artifact board wipe. Needed card. Another one is Seaborn Muse. Seaborn Muse is a 3 and 2 green creature spirit. And it says, untap all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. And okay, this one is kind of a staple in green, but do we really need another reprint of it? Because it just came out recently in Battlebound, but okay, that's been a while since it was printed, and then it was reprinted in one of the Commander Precons. I think it was in the 2019 Sultai deck. But hey, they're giving us another reprint version of it, so that's always good. Okay, the expensive OG card that a lot of player wants, and that is Sylvan Library, a 1 and a green enchantment, and it says at the beginning of your draw step you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life or put the cards on top of your library. So this is a staple. 4 life in Commander is nothing much, especially if you're in green, where you have the ability to gain 4 life again. So yeah, no problem. This is a needed reprint, by the way. Worthy Tutor, oh boy, this is another good one that really needs a reprint. So Worldly Tutor is a green instant and says, search your library for a creature card and reveal that card. Shuffle your library, then put the card on top of your library, on top of it. And yeah, this is, well, it's a green tutor card that looks for a card in your library and puts it on top of your library. That's always good. Especially if you play around certain cards that allow you to cast it from the top of the library. Yay. Okay, the other 2 cards are just okay. Soul Ring, you know what it does. And also Command Tower. You also know what it does. Yay. Okay. This collection here is pretty awesome. The packaging that it comes in, it's really good. And you know what? Out of all of these cards here, they are awesome. I really like the Omnath, Being of Progress, Sylvan Library, and Worldly Tutor. The rest, as with Freyleigh, Seaborn Muse, Soul Ring, and Command Tower, I'm okay with not having them. Like, I wish they gave us another 4 cards that are considered to be even more staple. What are those 4 cards? I got no idea. You know what? I seriously got no idea. I don't play a lot of green, so I don't really know what you should add or what you should have for green. Maybe the Poison Sorcery card. I forgot that card, but that card is pretty good. It's kind of a staple. Oh, Craterhoof! You should put in Craterhoof Behemoth's Impact here. It's one of those cards that is kind of needed in all green decks. Yeah. Okay, overall, as you can see here, all the cards here are non-foil. There's a reason for that. The foil version of the set is in premium, and the only way to get those cards is for you, or well, actually, for your LGS to be a premium WotC LGS. What that means is the store that you buy your cards from has to have a higher level to have all those goodies. Unfortunately for us here in Malaysia, we don't have a single shop that is a premium level LGS. If I'm not mistaken, there's one in Singapore, but with the lockdown, we can't really go into Singapore to buy this set. And according to the shop owner that I buy my cards from, he mentioned that each shop is allocated 12 boxes of this. So there's no way for other people to get them. Okay, so why am I sharing this video? Well, it's an unboxing, so that's always fun. But the other is because this is one of those sets that I highly recommend pre-ordering it before, pre-ordering it. It's one of those situations where the spoiler season came out really early for this one. And if you take a look-see and if you're interested in the set, you should probably go buy it or pre-order it. For me, I am a Commander player and I really, really want to collect this kind of stuff. And at the same time too, this highlights some of the awesome cards that are in Commander for green. Okay, I'm probably you guys are wondering how much is this? Some of you have seen prices up to $150 or 200 plus ringgit. I don't know. So when you break down everything, like I did, when I broke it down, I was using the prices from Card Kingdom, and the box itself, the cards itself for all this version came about $110, give or take, and the box itself, according to according to Card Kingdom or even Star City Games, was at $99. So, is it worth the price of admission? There are certain cards in here that I say yes, like Sylvan Library is a good one to get, and well, it is an expensive card, and having another reprint of it is good. And well, if you can save a buck by buying the whole bunch, it's worth it. A Whirly Tutor, if I'm not mistaken, has never been reprinted before from its initial print, so that's also good. If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. I don't have the computer in front of me to fact check. Bane of Progress is another good one, and also Omnath. So if you are a green player, I would say that yes, all of these cards here are worth getting. But if you are subscribed to the professor's mentality or ideology of buy the singles, I would say, yeah, if you are just aiming for one or two cards, probably yes. But at the same time too, like Sylvan Library is at about $30 plus. Whirly Tutor is about 50, give or take. I don't remember. Probably 30 also. So that makes up your bill up to 30, if I'm not mistaken. So what? 60. My bad, sorry. And there's always the idea of, okay, if you spend $60 on 2 cards, why not spend the extra 40 to get all 8 and then sell off the things that you don't need? Like if, let's just say, okay, I just want a Sylvan Library and Whirly Tutor and probably Omnath. Let's just say I just want those 3. I can sell the Freyleys, the Bane of Progress, Seaborn Muse, the Alter Art Soul Ring, and also Alter Art Command Tower. Those sell at a hefty price. And okay, probably if you're the type of person who just says, I just get what I need, that's also a viable option. But overall, getting the whole box here is also a good option. Would I say buy and invest in it? This is hard. And this is kind of NTG finance department where is it worth it to buy the whole box and not open it? Because in the end, most of the stuff in here are kind of staples, like the Soul Ring, the Command Tower, the Seaborn Muse. These 3 are going to be reprinted to heck and going to be easily available for the mass public. The Sylvan Library, the Whirly Tutor, I have a feeling that those 2 are going to be, even the Bane of Progress, those 3 are going to be hard to get cards because their availability is not going to be widely available. And Freyleys, Omnath, they're hard to get, but they're not very hard to get. So in the end, for about $99, and if you do get the premium foil for everything, I think that's about $200 probably. I don't remember. Probably it's worth it. And I did the check on the prices for the cards from foil to non-foil, and the markup for foils are at about a 30 to 50% markup for certain cards. If I'm not mistaken, Worldly Tutor has never been reprinted. Has never been printed in foil. So if you want to get a foil version of it, yeah, you can get it here in the Commander Green set. So probably we'll do a breakdown on how would you play these cards if you were to build a deck with them. One thing I can say with Sylvan Library here is this is a really interesting card because it just says, I'll just read it again. Sylvan Library is a 1 and green enchantment, and it says at the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand. Choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 or put the cards on top of your library. So it's simple enough. What it wants you to do is you draw 3 cards, you pick about 1 of them to put into your hand as your draw for turn, and if you don't, you just put them back on top of your library. If you want those 2 extra cards, you pay 4 for each that you pick. So if it's 1, you pay 4. If it's 2, you pay 8. But there's a card called Alhammarit's Archive where every time when you draw a card, besides the first turn that you draw double the amount. So if you draw, for this one, it says on your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. So that means if you draw the first card, that's not going to trigger Alhammarit's Archive. You draw the second card, you're going to draw 2. The third card, you draw another 2. So you're going to have a total of 5 cards in hand. And then when Sylvan Library triggers, or it tries to resolve, it says, if you do... if it's a may cost. If you do choose 2 cards in your hand, drawn this turn, for each of those cards, pay 4 or put the cards on top of your library. So basically you get to draw 5 cards and you get to put 2 cards on top. So you're netting yourself 3 cards and you don't have to pay 2. If there's judges out there that know what I'm talking about, please do, because I thought that if you draw the extra 4, you need to pay for each. So that means what? You have to pay a total of 16. But the wording of this doesn't really state it that way, probably. But anyway, that's the end for Commander Green. I hope you guys go check out your LGS and go get it. For me personally, I say this is a worth get just for Sylvan Library, Worldly Tutor, and also Bane of Progress. Those 3 cards are worth the price of admission. And if you're like me, who plays a lot of Commander but haven't been playing for long, I'm guessing you probably already own Freylease, Seaborn Muse, Soul Ring, and also Command Tower. So out of those 4, you still have 4 awesome cards that are hard to get. So anyway, I will catch you guys next week with another episode of the Gatewatch Cast. Every info that you need to know is down in the show more in the YouTubes. And well, I'll catch you guys next week with another fun one. Bye guys!